Hello everyone and welcome to my Polish cuisine. Today I am making candied orange peel. With the holidays coming and shortly approaching, actually, we're gonna need these for our cheesecakes, for our poppy seed rolls, for many different desserts and drinks and even poultry. So I use these quite a lot, and as far as I know, this is one of the best recipes for the candied orange peel, because what I do is I actually make them in its own juices. So I'm gonna squeeze those out as well. And we're gonna need some sugar for that. We're gonna need some baking soda to wash these in and bake them. And that's about it. So let's get started. So we're gonna start by washing these. And what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of the dishwashing detergent. And you can use a brush for these, or you can use a little scrub pad as well. And make sure to wash each orange. When we're washing these, so we're washing the waxes out of them and different pesticides that have been placed on these in order to preserve them for us. And I have quite a few in here because I have close to 2 kilograms, so about 4 pounds. And I believe those are navel oranges, but any oranges will do. Is get rid of this water, and now rinse these. And now we're going to mix a solution, like an alkaline solution for these, so remove even more of those pesticides and the waxes and the bacteria that are on there. I'm going to place some baking soda. Make sure you have warm water. And I use 1 tablespoon of the baking soda per 1 liter of water. And then you want to soak these oranges in here. And let them soak for about 10 minutes. So now, while the oranges are soaking in the alkaline solution, make sure to bring a big pot of water to boil, and then we'll place these in. So now they've been soaking in this baking soda alkaline solution for a while, and we can basically rinse them in warm water and put them in another container, and then we'll scald them in the hot water, actually the boiling water. And get rid of this water. The oranges are pretty clean. I'm just waiting for the water to boil. So now the water is boiling, and just want to make sure that we put these in. And the reason we put the oranges in there to clean the skin further and to make it softer. Make sure that they all fit, and then that they are covered with the water. So now bring the water back to boil. cover it, and turn off the heat. Leave it there for 5 minutes. So now after the 5 minutes, I'm gonna remove the oranges and set them aside to cool. And once they are cooled, then we're gonna start cutting them into 4s. And I'll show you the next step. Okay, get rid of your water. I'm gonna bring another pot of water to boil. So now the oranges are done, and I just quartered them and just remove the skin like so. And then we're gonna boil the skin again. One important thing about these is too that a lot of people cut off the white portion of the orange, which is this one right here, and they say actually, or they believe that this is the bitter portion, but this is not bitter. This is called albedo, and this is never bitter. I did a lot of research on that, and I've always done them this way, and this is how they should be done. Instead of wasting it, this has a lot of nutritional values to our health, rather than throwing it out. Just so letting you all know. And now that the oranges are really soft, I'm gonna put these aside so we can squeeze the orange juice out. And you can really feel how different they are from the ones you buy. There's no wax, all the bacteria is gone, and they're just easier to work with. And this is really a quick process, so it just takes very little time. And I know that I will use these for sure. My family loves to even snack on those. But we'll use them for a variety of baking, and even when you bake a duck, you can stuff it with mandarin oranges. You can decorate it with those as well. So now I'm gonna weigh my peels and see how many grams I have here, including this container. So I have a little bit over 400 grams. So the recipe calls for 150 grams of sugar per 100 grams of peels. So therefore I'm gonna have 600 grams, add 600 grams of sugar and 400 grams of orange juice. So that is simple enough. So next thing is, so now the water is almost boiling, and I'm gonna add these peels in, and we're gonna let those boil for about 10 minutes covered. And now our skins are done, so let's remove those and let them cool. Now the peels have cooled off a bit, and to the point where we can cut them actually. So what I'm gonna do is cut them into strips like this instead of something little like this, little cubes, although you may want to cut however you want it. For me, it's just way easier once they're done to snack on them, or to even cut them later if I need to. Cut them however you want them. And this goes pretty quick. And then we're gonna do the final step. Which is putting them into the pan with the orange juice and the sugar, which I've already pre-measured here. So it's good to have a scale. If you don't, just estimate that each orange weighs about 40 to 45 grams. And that way you can also base your recipe on that. Remember, it is 100 grams of orange juice per 100 grams of the orange peel, and 150 grams of sugar for each 100 grams of the peels. So it's simple to remember. And just repeat the process with all of these. The orange peels are now cut, and we're gonna go ahead and put them in the juice. So for my 600 grams of orange peel, I'm gonna need 600 grams of orange juice. And to that, I'm gonna mix of granulated sugar. And make sure this dissolves before we put the peels in. And put it over medium heat. So now the sugar has pretty much dissolved. It's a liquid now. So we're gonna add the orange peel now. And stir this all well. And in the beginning, you don't need to stir this a whole lot. It's towards the end when the liquid evaporates or starts evaporating. Then we have to stir this constantly. And this is over the high heat right now. We're just waiting for it to come to boil. So right now, the juice is evaporated about by half. So just continue to stir this, and now maybe more often than so in the beginning, because this may just simmer down really quickly. Okay. Continue to stir. There's still a little bit juice left, but you can tell how nice they look, and the color is so orange, and you cannot get this color just with water by using water instead of the orange juice. So you can hear it sear in the back, in the background. The noise. There's still some juice remaining. Now you can tell on the edges of the pan how much sugar there is left. Right here, and also on the spatula, it's very sugary, and there's no juice left. So I'm gonna set aside one and let it cool off and see if it's gonna stick to my hand. But I believe this is fine now. Can take it out, put it out on our parchment paper, and this should be fine. And right here you can tell this doesn't stick to my hand. So these are good. I'm gonna take them out now. There are the orange peels that I have put out. And let them dry for, let's say, about a few hours before you can put them in tight containers. You can also freeze those. So if you want to make a bigger batch at a time, like I did here, you can freeze them safely in a, freezing bags. And if you like this recipe, please subscribe to my channel and give me the thumbs up. Thank you for watching.